Hello. Before I begin today's video, I'd like to give a thank you to my good friend FluffyLycanroc for allowing me to draw his character Carkas. I'll link their socials in the description down below. Today, I want to talk about a game that I personally really like, The Sims 4. Of course, I am by no means an avid Sims fan, as I've only really played The Sims 4 and not any of its predecessor games. But even then, I still have a lot I want to say about The Sims 4 and its almost $1,000 worth of content packs, which I really shouldn't have spent so much of my money buying. Though, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to refer to the packs as a whole as content packs, but there's really 4 different kinds of packs. The biggest being expansion packs, going down to the game packs, which are somewhat smaller, to the stuff packs, which are really just meant to add a couple of fun little extras, and kits, which are the smallest and typically only add a handful of things, such as, building stuff, and they're mainly for aesthetic. I won't go over all of them, just the ones I own and have, genuine opinions on. Which means I won't be going over any of the kits, and, I wouldn't really have much to say about them anyways, aside from, hey, they look nice, or I could see someone using that in a build. Also, before I continue, I am writing this script prior to the release of Love Struck, which I probably won't be too keen on getting, since so far it really just seems to add more love interactions in a dating app. Of course, before we get into yapping about a few of the packs available to us, let's give some background to the base game itself. The Sims 4 was developed by Maxis and published by Electronic Arts, otherwise known as EA, in 2014 as the 4th major game in the Sims series. And come this September, The Sims 4 is going to be about a decade old, and that's something. Anyways, in the base game alone, there is a wide variety of things to do. You can build houses and a variety of different commercial lots, and then you can live on and visit the lots you've created through Sims that you can customize down to your preference. Oh, and some more about these little Sims. You can customize their personalities through a main aspiration and 3 smaller traits that will shape your Sims' preferences. And then, you can go a step further and give them cool little skill preferences to give your Sims something to do in their free time when they're not doing their job, having a night on the town, or being burnt to a crisp because they tried to make mac and cheese less than 5 minutes after being moved into a house you just spent 40 minutes building. Yeah, just... God damn it, Slinkle Goingo, I made that perfect suburban house for you. Why? Why did you have to go and do that? Why? The mac and cheese wasn't worth it. Let's get into the main course. A year after the game was released, exactly on March 31st, 2015, The Sims 4 got its first of many, and I mean many, content packs. This first pack being Get to Work. This first pack gave players a lot of fun new things. The primary draw of this pack, though, was the new playable jobs. With these, you could actually follow your sim to one of 3 jobs, those being the doctor, scientist, and police officer career. This differed greatly from most jobs offered in the base game, as all of the base game jobs were only for the sim itself to experience. Yeah, you're just kinda left to look around the empty house as your sim goes off and makes those sweet simoleons. But with the Jobs Get to Work ads, you can experience your sim's jobs as if they were fun daily events. Not exactly the working type? Would you rather be a small business owner instead? Don't worry, Get to Work also adds the ability to own stores. Just buy a property, fill it with your preferred stock, as well as at least 1 cash register, then hire a cashier, and get to work. Of course, you can upgrade this shop as you continue to grow as a small business owner. These stores can sell pretty much anything you want, be it food, collectibles, or even whole pieces of furniture. Not to mention, you can put these stores anywhere. Any currently unowned plots can be bought and turned into your own personal small business. Any plots and any of the in-game neighborhoods or worlds are available, so long as there's not already a family living in there. That being said, let me bring up the worst part of this pack, or at least my least favorite part of the pack. The accompanying world Magnolia Promenade. Guess how many plots this world has? 4. 4 plots. And that makes it the smallest world in any Sims 4 pack. It is so small, not even the world from vampires was this small. Why is it so tiny? City Living and Dine Out were my first 2 packs, so I think it's fair that I cover them next. City Living is a bigger pack, with the addition of international foods, apartments, penthouses, and 4 unique festivals. Dine Out, on the other hand, is relatively smaller and allows you to own a restaurant as a business. It is in a similar fashion to Get to Work's retail lots. Little Kiki thought these 2 would be a perfect match solely for the idea of dining up high in a penthouse restaurant high above the city, which I never ended up building, and should get around to building sometimes. Anyways, I personally really like these 2 packs. The festivals in the city are always fun to go to as there's a lot to do, and some of them you can use your skills in these festivals too. Like with GeekCon, you can utilize the video gaming or programming skills in their respective competitions. And there's also joy in finding and collecting the international recipes. And speaking of collecting, the snow globes. I love the snow globes. They are so cute and are the perfect little decoration to spice up any room. Plus, there's an aspiration added with City Living that encourages you to explore San Myshuno, the accompanying world. Dine Out's fun as well. I love setting up the restaurants and watching them grow over time. Though I do think it's a bit dumb that you can't actually work in your own restaurant and have to hire other Sims to do it. Like, why? Why can't I own my own? Why can't I have my own household Sims work in a family-owned restaurant? Like, what the fuck? Admittedly, this one's going to be a shorter section as I don't have too much to say, but I still have one point to make. Parenthood is a game pack that allows you to more effectively raise kids and brings in a lot of fun bonding activities for you and your Sims kids. You can also teach your kids key values like responsibility, emotional control, conflict resolution, manners, and empathy. You can also end up with the opposite of such traits, but overall, very sweet pack, one of my favorites. And then we come to Growing Together. Growing Together isn't bad. I like the family dynamic stuff and the infant stage expansions, but honestly, I think it would have been better if this pack and Parenthood was just one pack together, because the mechanics and theming is really so similar that it's like you would think that this was one pack. And I guess EA just wants more money. I loved Werewolves. This pack is overall just a great pack. Moonwood Mill has a lot of fun little details, like the tunnel system that goes all around the world. Oh, and the extra artifact collection that can be expanded upon by exploring Moonwood Mill. Plus, you get to pick which of 2 packs, wolf packs by the way, you want to be part of. Also, I love the mechanics of werewolves in this game. The perk features are fun to choose from, and it's fun to try and earn the various little quirks and abilities. And plus, you can draw on them. You can draw your own patterns on your furries. And you know what else you can draw on? Cats and dogs. That's right, with the cats and dogs pack, you get a lot of range when it comes to customizing your pets. You can customize size, breed, facial features, tails, and even body patterns. You can paint them to look just like your own pets. And once you've got them ready, you can learn how to train them and even become a veterinarian and own a vet office to care for everyone's pets. Now, I should clarify that cats and dogs is a $40 pack. So tell me why they decided to make a DLC for a DLC in the form of my first pet. That is an extra $10 spent for more pet stuff. What the EA? Since I'm going to be a senior in this upcoming school year, college is going to be something that's going to be on my mind. What am I going to do? What college am I going to go to? How am I going to get funding? Will I be stuck with crippling student debt to the day I die? Of course, I could deal with all of these questions and problems. Or I could just talk about Discover University, where you can take your sim to college instead. You can pick from 2 colleges, Foxbury and Brightchester, both with their own specialized degree fields. Foxbury holds more modern fields, such as technological fields, whereas Brightchester focuses on more traditional fields. Now, while I thought some of the dorm room stuff was cool, God, I was disappointed by how the classes were just a bunch of rabbit holes. Like the trailers showed the classrooms. Why aren't they in game? SMH. But then here comes high school years, which holds up in the areas where Discover University failed me. In high school years, you actually get to go to the high school your teen sims go to. And while the majority of classes are just you sitting around and waiting, I do appreciate how you can just be there and actually interact with the school environment. It's better than the rabbit holes of the university classrooms. Oh, not to mention the thrift store stuff is also really cool. Haven't played around with it too much as fashion's not really my thing, but it's still a really, really cool addition. And, well, there we go. These are just the main packs I wanted to talk about and bring up for now, but maybe in the future I'll cover more packs that I have, or review some soon-to-come packs. Granted, this channel isn't exactly a Sims channel, but it's nice to have a place to yap about it.